Come with me, and you'll be in a world of German candy. It's the Knoppers. Okay, so Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is it's a fucking interesting movie, dude. Like, it's the kind of movie that obviously makes you want to eat some chocolate. No shit, Sherlock. Well, no shit, Charlie, I guess. But at the same time, it's a movie that kind of makes you question your sanity and just how exactly this... where exactly you would place this movie. God, I hope this rapper isn't too loud. Where exactly you would place this movie on a scale from complete and utter nonsense to kind of valuable for children to you know, watch or experience. I have never read the book, so I'm just kind of out of touch with the whatever it was that was in the book. But before I'd seen this movie, I had in fact seen a whole bunch of parodies. Family Guy did parodies of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Futurama. I'm pretty sure The Simpsons did one too. Basically, any sort of adult animation. Well, any sort of adult animation did a fucking parody of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and the idea that I got from this, from these parodies, was basically something along the lines of, oh yeah, it's super whimsical, and basically it's just this childhood wonder type of deal. Oh, there's a chocolate river. Oh, there's these tiny little creatures, the Oompa Loompas, and they're all having fun, and it's all so whimsical and sweet, and they're literal sweet. And that is in the movie. It's just that there's a whole bunch of really fucked up shit as well. Never mind the consumerism that underlies the first half of the movie, which is just like people going, oh my fucking god, gotta buy me some fucking Wonka bars. Wonka bars, the only thing I care about is Wonka bars, because I want to get rich. Which, I mean, fair enough. If you had the chance to inherit some sort of chocolate factory for the price of one chocolate bar, in theory, then, you know, you would be happy. You would be drawn to the idea of getting out there and buying a fucking chocolate bar, but just substitute that with like Coca-Cola, and you kind of get this eerie feeling of this is fucked up, and this kind of should not be a thing in a children's anything really. You shouldn't advocate for consumerism to this degree in a movie that in theory is about the goodness of one's heart. So the goodness of one's heart can be measured by your ability to actually buy chocolate. That's brilliant! Just imagine the fucking things you can do if you once again apply that shit to Coca-Cola. Yeah, it's not like, for example, in Mexico, people are kind of forced to buy Coca-Cola because the Coca-Cola company, being the inhumane arseheads that they are, kind of poisoned, well, they made the water supply not really usable, poisoning them. Poison is such a harsh word, you know. Fucking hell, man. I'm ranting. I'm getting fucking pissed because the first half of this movie is just such an... Oh god, it's so uncomfortable to watch. It reminds me of all that shit. Like, this is supposed to be whimsical. It reminds me of all that shit that you experience in the real world. Fucking advertisements left and right. People trying to sell you shit that you really don't need, that isn't even good for you. Shit that shouldn't fucking exist. And then the second half of the movie starts. And we're introduced to Mr. Wonka. He truly is whimsical. He truly is mysterious. He truly is deadly. Potentially. Although loads of people, specifically the people on the Wonka Chocolate Factory tour, have all agreed to sign a contract, so contractually obligated they are to shut the fuck up if anything happens to them. As can be seen nowhere really, because it's way too small a print. I will definitely 100% rewatch this movie. It's just that I'm not comfortable with the first half. The second half I completely could get into. It's imaginative, it's just fucking brilliant, and I love Gene Wilder's performance as Willy Wonka. It's just like, I mean, for fuck's sake, I had seen him in 10,000 memes before I saw the movie. And the whole, wait, no, come back. It's just so fucking iconic. Never mind his smug leaning on a table thing. All that just kind of combines into a mass of very sticky, brown, gooey chocolate that was definitely made from child labor. What I'm trying to say is, yes, it is so fucking enjoyable, but Christ, would it be a lot better if they had somehow managed to do the first half in a less fucked up, hyper-consumerist way. It just scared the living fucking daylights out of me while watching it. No, fuck this. God, this movie, dude, this movie. I have no idea how you could have, redone the first half, and I get the idea that, the hunt for the golden ticket gets the worst out of everybody. That's kind of the idea of the first half of the movie. And that all these people are just kind of greedy assholes, or just like inhumane dickweeds. Like, one kid is a fucking fatso, and this kid is a fucking psycho, and another kid is a what's it called? A narcissist. And all these kids are bad because their parents raised them shittily, and that's all true. It's just, it kind of feels a bit hollow because the initial the initial quest for this golden ticket, or for one of the golden tickets, was initiated by Willy Wonka, who's supposed to be this person with like a weird sense of morals, but at the same time someone who wants to look for someone with goodness in their heart. How the fuck would he expect anyone to end up at his chocolate factory with a sense of goodness? Well, never mind the fact that they're all white. Listen, this is not me trying to be like politically correct or whatever. This is more along the lines of, statistically speaking, there should have been like at least one Chinese or one Indian kid. Just based upon the fact that they make up such a high part of the world population. And it is implied that Wonka chocolate bars are being sold everywhere, not just, in Europe and America. Well, what do I do with this movie? I really would like to recommend it. I was just so smitten by so many of its ideas, and I wish there was a version of this movie where the first part was somehow done more humanly. I don't even know how to describe it. In a more humane way that doesn't involve hyper, over-the-top, mega, super, ultra capitalism. Just like, I don't have a clue. It was entertaining to see like all these people, basically beat the living fuck out of each other for the chance of potentially inheriting the Wonka factory. Like all these people going through all these completely asinine situations and such. It's a weird message that the book is, or the movie is trying to leave us with. The idea that, if you're good at heart, then you're gonna succeed. But what were the odds of? Or let's reverse that. How improbable, realistically speaking, would it have been that it was just some sort of factory owner kids to show up? It had just been like some rich kids who got their daddies to pay their employees to sort through 1 billion of those Wonka bars. Like, that was a lot more probable than what actually happened. It's just, I know it's child logic, but fuck. If the movie didn't start with such a disgustingly capitalist premise at the beginning, I could have liked it a lot more, but I still fucking love it. This movie is infuriating. Infuriatingly great. Brilliant performances. The kid who plays Charlie is just absolutely adorable. Like, you just want to pet him on the head because of how cute he is and how innocent. Like, it's just like, oh my fucking god, I really want him to succeed. But at the same time, wait, he's just kind of, like, he's not really doing something that is too moral, now that I think about it. He's just partaking in this very immoral, hyper-capitalist venture of trying to sell not really all that healthy shit to people. That's another thing. It's just about candy. I couldn't stop myself from making a whole bunch of diarrhea jokes at the opening montage. I'm just gonna end on that. I don't have anything else to say. This movie is just... Charlie at the Chocolate Factory, you're tearing me apart!